All right, guys. So we are live today. Um, the market is pulling back a little bit, but the market ripped up yesterday. We're very green. 20%, another 10% this morning. All right, so we got building permits getting released at 8 a.m. this morning. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button. We also have Dick's Sporting Goods and Lowe's earnings today. DKS is expecting 322 profit per share. I think Lowe's already came out. All right, so there's Lowe's. Lowe's posted 367, beat the 344 estimates. So if we pull up Lowe's here, Lowe's is actually reacting negatively to this. Lowe's BDPS beat sales. Let me see if they have some bad guidance or something. They cut fiscal year view of adjusted EPS. So they cut their guidance numbers to 1320 from 1360. So they cut it about 40 cents. So it was originally 14, and they cut it from 1360, or they cut it from 14 to 1360 for their fiscal year adjusted EPS guidance. So they cut their guidance numbers for Lowe's, and Lowe's is dropping down here. It is down to 201s right now, 201s. They said they're optimistic about their ability to continue to grow market share in medium to long-term home improvement. Their revenue was 87 billion to 89 billion for the fiscal year 23 guidance. Originally, it was 90 billion, so they cut that guidance as well for their revenue. They did repurchase about 10.6 million shares for $2.1 billion in the first quarter. So they did rebuy about almost 11 million shares for about 2.1 billion. Same store sales are down 4.3% for Lowe's. First quarter sales are down 5.5%. So, hey, what's up, DS Type, Raz, Dan, David, George, Charles? Yeah, so Lowe's had bad guidance numbers, is what this is. Bad guidance numbers for Lowe's. We are up. Oh man, I gotta drink my coffee. It's cold in here, man. But Tesla started to bounce back. So again, we're still in Tesla. We've made some money on Tesla. Today's pullback is nothing. But not a bad little gain there for Tesla here. You know, we made some in PayPal and it pulled back. Disney, we're green on that one again. That's nice. Oh, well, PayPal basically did bounce back, man. PayPal were basically flat in this one, and we were down on this one, you know, but PayPal basically bounced all the way back to 63s. Nice. Our average is about 63.30, so we're pretty much flat here now on PayPal too, so that's good to see. Next week is quiet. This week's definitely not quiet. Next week, let's see, this week ends on the 27th. Yeah, next week will be a little quiet, I think. Let me see. The week after, Monday's closed. So Monday, there's nothing because Monday is Memorial Day next week. Tuesday, Sometimes they take a little while. Tuesday, we got CB consumer confidence. So Monday's closed. CB, we got consumer confidence. We also have the S&P Case-Shiller HPI house price index on Tuesday. So Tuesday, we got the Case-Shiller and CB consumer confidence. Wednesday, we have the JOLTS job opening report and Canadian GDP data. Thursday, we get jobless claims like we always do. Oh no, so next week's not slow. Okay, so this is basically what we got going on next week. All right. Sometimes my sources get their stuff mixed up. It's a little bit early to call for next week, is what it is. But I'll tell you what we got going on next week. I'll tell you why next week is not slow. Next week's busier than this week. All right. So Monday the market's closed. Tuesday of next week we have Chicago PMI and the JOLTS job report. Wednesday we have ADP non-farm employment change data. So we got the ADP prelim non-farm data Wednesday. We also have non-farm productivity and like some other stuff. We also have ISM manufacturing PMI on Wednesday. So we got non-farm data, we got PMI data Wednesday. Thursday, of course, we get jobless claims. Thursday we get jobless claims. And then Friday we have unemployment and non-farm payroll data next Friday. So next week's actually a busier week. We got more economic data than we have this week. Today's kind of slow. Yesterday was slow. Tomorrow's busy. Thursday's busy. Friday's busy this week. Next week, the early parts of the week are still slow. Tuesday's still slow, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we got a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, it's kind of what I do. So I know how the flow of data moves. You know what I mean? Like I know what big stuff comes out, and like next week we got unemployment, we got non-farm payroll, we got the non-farm prelim on Wednesday, we got jobless claims on Thursday, we got the JOLTS job report Tuesday. So we just got a bunch of stuff. We got Chicago PMI Tuesday. So yeah. Yeah, today we got some stuff today, but yeah, next week is definitely not quiet. I'm gonna put some music on. So forgive me, guys. I'm gonna put some music on. Yeah, I'll tell you this. For business, I can't really be specific, but for business, the last few days have just been weird, man. Just weird, dude. Like, just weird. Again, I can't really be specific, but just freaking weird, dude. Like people are freaking weird, man. Um, I hear the music. Now, do me a favor, hit the like button. Yeah. But yeah, Lowe's coming out with their data here. They're basically posted good EPS, good sales, bad guidance is Lowe's. So Lowe's lowered their guidance. Yeah, what's up, DS? What's up, Josh? Type, Raz. Yeah, the rate hike's definitely gonna happen too, man. I mean, I've been telling people this for days, bro. Like the rate hike's gonna happen. The market's moving too strong. Like the market's just too freaking strong right now. You know? So like the market's just too strong. You know? If the market was weak, listen, if the market was weak, the Fed would probably consider not raising rates. If banks were failing and the bank weakness spread and everything like that, the Fed would probably consider not raising rates. But I think with the market looking resilient, with the SPY pumping up, with the markets pumping up, it really ultimately depends on what the GDP data shows. So like if GDP data is weak today, or weak this week, with GDP data coming out at the end of this week on Friday, or no, on Thursday. So with GDP data coming out the day after tomorrow, if that comes in weak, the Fed could, could pause. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's very unlikely. But I think if GDP data comes in weak, the Fed could pause. Yeah, but look at Lowe's. Lowe's came back down here. We also have DKS earnings at 7:30. So that's in about an hour. Yeah, but the supply chain stuff is already getting straight, though, straight jacket. Like, the Fed's only really real tool to curb inflation is rate hikes. So it's not like they need to go to the root of it and fix that. The supply chain issues have already gotten better from everything. It's like it's not as hard to ship stuff out. Like Alibaba and stuff like that are doing better now. And so the only tool the Fed really has is rate hikes. And I'm not saying they should. I'm not even saying it works. But like that's the tool they have. You know what I mean? So like that's the tool they got. That's the tool they have. That's what they're gonna do. And again, I've seen this weird thing where it's like the last few rate hike decisions, I get a bunch of traders that are like, "Yeah, we're gonna pause. Watch. We're gonna pause," and it's like, "No, we're not. No, we're not gonna pause. We're not gonna pause. We're not there yet. We're not gonna pause yet." Again, we're only gonna pause if prices go down dramatically, then we could pause. You can look at the CME watch tool. You can look at the CME watch tool. Like basically now, wait, what did we hit last Fed meeting? All right, so June 14th is when the next contract expires for futures. Okay. What was the last Fed meeting? What was the last Fed meeting? It was May. The committee decided to raise the target range for the federal funds rate to 5. I don't know, actually, dude. So I think a lot of people look, I might just eat my words here. but it looks like the current target rate is 500 to 525, which would be a pause. So maybe I'm wrong here, dude. Now, I don't know if the data changes as we get closer to this. We're still about 3 weeks away, you know? But like right now, they got 71% of people saying we're going to pause in probability. Now, I don't know how these probabilities change. But maybe. Only about 30% of people saying a rate hike. I think we'll still probably raise rates, but it depends on what these probabilities show. Yeah, I might have to eat my words a little bit here, but maybe they banks do think we pause. I couldn't imagine we pause. I think that's a bad move on the Fed. I think inflation's still really high. We're still in recession resiliency, and I think pause is bad. I don't think we should pause. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's what they expect. That's my point. The dollar and the stocks are acting like the 30% is more likely than the 70%. Yeah, you may be right. But I don't know, man. I mean, I think anything could happen. I think we're not really in a really polarized position. 30% is still a big probability, but DKS drops their earnings at 7:30. So DKS drops theirs at 7:30. So in like 55 minutes. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I assumed that most of them had my own sentiment regarding it. I mean, I know I had the same sentiment last time where I told everybody last time that we were not going to raise rates, or we were not going to pause, and then we didn't pause. But this time might be different looking at the numbers here. So right now we're at 5 to 525 is what we're at. And if you look at the CME watch tool, again, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not one to be afraid to admit I'm wrong here. And maybe I am wrong about this next one. I was right about the last one, of course, but maybe I am wrong about this next one. So this last one, we're at 525 to 550 at 29%. 71% are basically expecting a pause. Now, let me see if I can find what... Now, maybe the other part of that is maybe the market run up. Maybe the market run up. Yeah, so they're raising rates the fastest since 1980s. Fed members have come out and said a hike is appropriate still. Yeah, I mean, I think so too. Yeah, I mean, none of us really like rate hikes. That's kind of the point. Is like, of course we don't like rate hikes, because rate hikes means things are more expensive for us. And so, of course, we don't like rate hikes. I don't like rate hikes. None of us should. Nobody likes rate hikes, because rate hikes mean that stuff is more expensive for us. Like that's what it ultimately means. Like they're making it more expensive for banks. They're hurting the margins of banks. And when that happens, when they raise the federal funds rate, what they're doing is they're hurting the margins for banks. When banks' margins are hurt, what do? Right? Like what do banks do when their margins are getting worse? Right? They raise prices on us. They raise mortgage rates. They raise interest rates all the way around on all the different things. Like they raise our interest rates up. Makes it more expensive, makes us have less money to spend. When we have less money to spend, we stop spending. When we stop spending, what happens? When we stop spending, businesses lower prices to compensate for that. And that's the logic of rate hikes. Like, now basically an easier way to say it is that raising rates makes it more expensive to buy. When it becomes more expensive to buy, businesses lower prices, or when buying dries up, businesses lower prices, but still, it's just kind of a mess. Yeah, but the reality of it is, though, Stans, like, let me be honest with you here for a second, though. So, like, mortgages are not super conventionally high, man. Like, everybody's acting like 6% or 6.5% is just obscenely high, and it's not. It's actually pretty standard. It's pretty average. If you zoom out, it's actually pretty average. The difference, though, is like for the last 20 years, we've just gotten so used to, 2.5%, 3.5%, that we're a little bit spoiled coming out of that, But like when you pull back and you look like average, like conventional number, it's gonna be around 6%, around 6.5%. So it's not like right now the mortgage market is crazy bad, but. All right, sorry, I'm deleting spam out of our Discord. Is Telegram getting better than Discord from now on, guys? I know a lot of people are still kind of using Telegram or using Telegram now. I think that's kind of the big thing in trading. I thought about creating one. Oh, did y'all hear the news about Top Step too? Right, the Top Step news is that the Top Step news is they got rid of the daily max drawdown. So Top Step got rid of the daily max drawdown, which is great, honestly, just a less rule. And I know for a fact they're having a new update coming out later on this summer. And I know what it is. I can't tell you guys, but it's great. So these two things, these two changes that they're going to do are going to make people really excited. So yeah, these two changes that Top Step are doing are going to make people really excited. Oh, also, Top Step is giving you 30% off right now. 30%. So if you want to check out Top Step, let me figure it out. Yeah, for sure. I know you pay twice the price on a 30-day mortgage. Yeah, if you want to check out Top Step, again, 30% off right now. Make sure the sale is here, but yeah, 30% off. And they got rid of the daily max drawdown, which is great. So here is the 30% off link if anybody wants it. But that's a pretty good deal, man. Yeah, what's up, Tyler? Tom, it depends on the debt ceiling. If they borrow the next billion, then it sucks money out the system. Yeah. Yeah, gold's dipping down here. Yeah, Lowe's guidance was weak, so it lowered guidance all the way around. So Lowe's guidance comes out, or it came out weak. It beat on EPS, it beat on sales, but their guidance was weak here. So Lowe's gap down a little bit. SPY's starting to reverse. Tesla's starting to move back up a little bit now too. Yeah, I actually had fun trading the NASDAQ yesterday. I might trade the NASDAQ a little bit more. Property taxes. Do y'all like property taxes? I mean, I'm assuming y'all don't like property taxes. But like property taxes are freaking ridiculous, man. You know? No, I don't trade CFDs. I don't want to trade CFDs. I'm going to be trading the micro mini. NASDAQ moves too fast for my liking. Yeah, so the earnings came out again for Lowe's. They guided down. So they cut adjusted guidance here. We'll put these numbers up in chat. So they cut Q2 adjusted EPS outlook. Their sales are down. Put up on chat. Same source sales are down 4.3%. All Lowe's numbers on the right side here. The first quarter comps are hurt by lumber deflation. You can see all this stuff on the right. Unfavorable weather and lower discretionary sales. But yeah, they cut fiscal year view to 1320. So yeah, they got it down. Yeah, just be careful with Shiba. Yeah, I know what CFDs are, but I don't trade them. I can't trade them. They're illegal here in the US. I just don't trade them. You know, there's no reason for me to trade them. I don't need to trade them. You know, my TOS account's got about 50,000 in it. I'm also sponsored by Top Step, and so like I don't need to trade CFDs. You know. Here's a question though that I truly don't understand about AI, and maybe y'all can help me in chat a little bit here. It's a cheaper way to short considering the fees of borrowing short. Well, maybe if you're overseas, but in the US it's illegal. It's going to be hard to get your money even if you make it. You know, it's just not really something I want to do. So here's what I don't understand about AI. Right. So what kind of AI are they using to create these headshots? Where would I get something like, say I wanted to get something that allowed me to make my own AI headshots without having to pay a dev to do it? How would I get that? Like what AI software would I use? You know? Yeah. They're using some paid apps, or they are a few websites they're doing it for free. Yeah, but so basically what you're saying is like there's some apps that give you access to it to where you can choose to do it whenever you want, right? And then basically they're arbitraging that, if you will, is what they're doing. What are some of the paid apps? All right, guys. So yeah, so Tesla pull it back to the 200 EMA and the volume weighted average price. I'm gonna see if they hold. We also again In about 30 minutes, we have Lowe's earnings. And Lowe's are going to influence retail. I think that's an important part of it. Okay. Lensa. Okay, gotcha. So Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez are engaged. I'm not even mad at Bezos. She is 53 years old. All right, so look, man. I mean, listen, Jeff Bezos is 59. You know, so like that's not big of an age difference. You know, let Bezos do his thing. Then I'm not really mad at that. Let Bezos live his life. You called it right yesterday. What do you think is going to happen today? I don't know. How did I call it right yesterday? I might have said the market was going to go up, but so the Astros are coming back. You said it was going to go up in the morning. Yeah, for sure. Let Bezos do his thing. I'm not even mad at that. Yeah, I called the dip and rip at the open. Yeah. I mean, we were right. Again, another day which people are being unreasonably bearish. You know. And I'm not even saying like, look, be bearish, guys. I just think people are too bearish all the time. You know. Again, it goes against the normal flow of the market, which is market goes up. Yep. All right, guys. Tesla started to ramp up a little bit. What are your goals for today? What a weird person, man. You know? But yeah, it's best to just not even acknowledge them. Appreciate you guys bots on it. So thank you, team. Yeah, bears are like, I was wrong the last 45 days, but today is different. That's right. My goal is to not lose money. Getting Tesla to 200 and then sell. How is that for a goal? I mean, I hope so, bro. I'm in Tesla right now, but I ended up taking most of the profit off of it yesterday. So I ended up taking most off the trade yesterday on Tesla just because it's up so much, man. It's up to like almost 190s. I bought it. My average on Tesla is like 175. So like I'm just up so much on this that, you know, I'm just up so much in this that I can't help but take profit. Like anytime I'm up such a big amount, I think I kind of have to take profit, you know? Yeah, I mean, the truly crazy part, man, is that like these people that all show up at one time and say the same thing, the truly crazy part, like the part where whoever's sending them is completely naive to the internet. Like you got to be really naive to the internet if you think that this looks real. You know? Like you truly do. Like you guys got to be super naive to the internet, or you just got to be drinking heavily, you know, to where you think that's a good idea. Again, you got to just be naive to the internet. Nobody in their right mind thinks that's real. Not somebody like me that's been running a stream for like 6 years, you know. So you're trying to tell me that people that have never said a word here before, never said a word, like none of these people have any chat history here. You notice there's about a 30-second in between pause rate. So like what somebody's doing is like they're creating a bunch of fake accounts. This is my guess to guess what it truly is. What somebody's doing is they're creating a bunch of fake accounts, right? And they're saying it and they're logging out and they're logging into the other one and they're saying it again. They're logging out, they're logging into the other one. They're saying it again. They're trying to make it look like a certain way, but it's just kind of like, man, again, it's a desperate thing. Like it just seems desperate to me. You know, I kind of feel for whoever's behind it because it's just like a really desperate move. And I mean, it's all love here, you know, but just weird, you know. It's sad. Some people got to resort to that, man. It really is, you know. But I don't want, you know, I don't want to have anything to do with it. And that should have been an obvious. No AI yet. I mean, they're probably created by a real person, but like, you know how it's going. And like Ben was great, but Ben came on like 2 shows. You know, if you look at prior to the day the bot showed up, if you look at how many times the name Ben was mentioned in chat, right? It was mentioned 1 time in chat prior to the day the bot showed up. You're trying to tell me that all of a sudden, all these people that have never said a word before are just coming out and saying, oh man, like, come on now, man. Like, what a bad try. You know, make it realistic at least, man. Like, come on now, you know? Oh yeah, well, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. Yeah, Bezos is ripped nowadays. SPY now at 420s almost. So I guess the question, so the highs of the last year on the SPY are 431s. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could put it on sub only mode and it'll completely destroy the bot attacks. But I don't want to put it in sub only mode because like it'll discourage people from coming here. Um, you know. But yeah, so 419 on the SPY. And again, we'll see if it bounces. It really depends. Like again, the yearly high on the SPY right now is 431. So if we can break over 431, we're breaking over the yearly high of the SPY. So it's not super crazy to think that we might hit that eventually. We're pulling back a little bit today. Um, but you know, it's not crazy to think that we could hit that. Oh man, so S&P 500 is pulling back a little bit. Ugh. I need to drink more coffee. When you think the market is crashing but it's actually going up, play one day at a time and stay cashed. Always let the market makers do it first. Move, trend is your friend. Yeah, I agree for sure, Mattel. I do agree. So the building permit releases today. It's at 8 a.m. It's in about an hour. We'll cover it. It's not the biggest release, but like it's something, you know. We're gonna get our futures trade. We'll probably trade some futures here. We might short the market a little bit today if we can. Also, remember, guys, at 7:30, so at about 25 minutes, we do have at 7:30 today, we do have DKS earnings that are dropping here, so that'll be relevant too. We'll see what that shows up as. Yesterday, got my first loss since a month and a half. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Oscar. Yeah, take the money and run. Yeah. Yeah, man. Market did fly up yesterday too. Prediction on DKS. Yeah, I have no idea what Dix is gonna do. Oh yeah, that's a great idea, Pawn. Hey, that is actually a really good idea. Thank you, man. Got you, bro. Yeah, I forgot I could do that. That's a good idea. A good idea. Yeah, they should actually stop him. All right. Yeah, it's a good idea. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Beach? No, I'm not holding that much of Tesla here. I'm already up a lot on it. Like I said, I took most of my Tesla trade off yesterday. So like I took most of my Tesla trade off yesterday. Yeah, so here's DKS. So DKS drops their numbers pretty soon. Part of me wants to maybe short here. I think this looks a little weak on the market, and so I'll short one contract here. It's pre-market, so it's still pretty early, but like I try to handle it that way. All right, so we're in a one short position here. Look at DKS. So is DKS out with their earnings? They must be, right? Man, maybe they dropped early. Okay, so Dick's actually out with theirs. I'm sorry, guys. They dropped theirs at 7. So whatever source I had was wrong. Dick's Sporting Good posted 340 EPS. 340 EPS for Dick's versus 322 expected. So way better than expected DKS earnings. Here, I'll put this number up on stream, but yeah, DKS did report their numbers, and they are gapping up nicely from it here. So look, there's DKS right here on the right. They are gapping up nicely. So we're going to put both of these numbers up on screen. But yeah, they're out with their numbers already. John, will you buy Nike? Ooh, I don't know, man. Maybe. Yeah. All right, so we got this nice breakdown here. I'm gonna go ahead and cover. So we just made about $40. I could have made 50 if I was paying attention to it, but our short worked. Again, I told you guys I was switching to a more bearish view. We've been doing pretty good, man. Pretty good. That's why like people try to bring up my success on the combine as like some type of thing, like I'm a bad trader. It's like, bro, no. Like I'm a good trader, I think. Definitely top 3 in the world, right? Like I'm a good trader. But what it is that okay, like most of the time I stream for 4 hours and I start the stream really early. And so by the time the opening bell happens, I've been streaming for 3 freaking hours. So like by the time the open happens, I'm tired, man. You know, like a lot of the time I don't have the time to devote to it, to just kind of doing it all day. You know what I mean? Um, And so that's kind of where I run into trouble. So I'll do it for an hour, but then that's basically done. Where I feel like if I would have, if I sat there for longer than that, um, then if I would have sat there for longer than that, then I would probably get funded pretty quickly. Palantir still going. What's up, Ed? Can you tell me real quick what the options rule is for trading? I thought it was if you close today's funds overnight, it would be available for tomorrow, or is it plus 1 day? I'm not sure, Yaba, to be honest. Like I've had an account size over 25K, for years. So as for like the settlement rules for options, I really don't know. Chat might be able to help you out a little bit more though. So chat, what is the option settlement rules for when your money settles if you're trying to day trade options? Yeah, maybe Christy, but CFDs aren't you're not able to do them in the US, Christy. So, and I certainly don't recommend them here. Not really, King. Not really. Most of the time, no. Why not start later in the morning? Because we're kind of the early show, of the stock market. Like we kind of start up before everybody else. You know what I mean? And that's kind of something that's given our channel a lot of value. Everybody else starts later and starts later and attacks the open. We kind of attack the early morning stream and do well in that regard. And we all have our niche, if you will, Yeah, reading the earnings first, right? My top one morning show, my guy. Thank you, man. Yeah, and I'm sorry about the bot attacks the last few days, man. Again, generally what happens, guys. Again, I don't know who's doing it. And Ben was a great guest, but like they're just odd, you know. You know what I mean? Like if you listen to the bots, you would think that he was just this long-term guest that I've had on my stream for years, and then I'm like, and so it's just very strange, to be honest. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I don't know who did it, but it's just odd, is what I'll say. And I think I'm just going to stream by myself from now on. I don't think bringing on too many guests is necessarily good. I think I engage less with the community, and I think this allows me to basically just interact with the chat. Yeah, no worries, Rodney. I appreciate it, dude. What's up, Pounds? Yeah, all good, man. Options settle next day, shares settle in 2 days. Yeah, so I know shares have what's called the T2 rule, right? So the transaction plus 2 days is what you have to wait for on shares. So you have to wait for it to settle a transaction plus 2 days. May 28th, 24 stocks will be T1. Is that actual rule? Why are they pushing it back over a year, though? Yeah, if you want to do something right, do it yourself. Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, and it's nothing against Ben, but like over the years, man, I've had a lot of guests that want to come on the show. I think streaming can be like addicting to a certain extent. Like I think it can be like exhilarating and kind of addicting, and like you get notoriety and people see you and stuff like that. And so I think sometimes when people come on the stream, they hope that maybe they'll come in, and this isn't Ben, okay? I'm not saying this is Ben, right? So this isn't Ben, but I think they hope that they'll come in and like eventually I'll ask them to just co-host every stream, and then I'll give them equity and beginner trading or like whatever it is. And I'm just never gonna do that, it's just not something I'm ever gonna do. And again, nobody else would if they were me, you know? Like if y'all could run this community basically by yourself, you know, you wouldn't really it's just it's tricky when you run it with other people. Like people's personalities can clash. It can just be a mess. And that's something I've certainly learned over the years. And so I appreciate you guys and we're going to keep running it ourselves because this is kind of my baby, you know. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep building it. It's been crazy growth the last year. You know, we grow by thousands of subs every month and super proud of where the channel has gone. It's definitely not my birthday life, but I appreciate it. Definitely not my birthday though. Now plus 1 day. So wait, now that so ally is the T3 rule. Yeah, Mike, I don't know, man. I like it the way it is. Definitely don't change it. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm not, you know. Yeah, again, I think whoever's doing it is just naive to the internet. Is the best way to explain it. Does PMI make the market go crazy? Sometimes. PacWest, yeah, PACW guys flying up. And again, you can kind of see Lowe's guided down. But look at PACW here, man. It's kind of making the whole market run back up. Look at PACW. PACW at 820s right now, 820s. So kind of crazy big move here for PACW. Let's look at a longer term chart. Here's a 20-day chart. So yeah, PACW has gone from 240s back in the heat, and this is why I think there is an argument for them raising rates. I think this is an argument for them raising rates. Hey, what's up, Chris? Yeah, I think this is an argument for them raising rates. PacWest is like to help the market. Yeah, I mean, PacWest though is the market's gonna look at banks, right? So the market's gonna look at bank weakness or strength. And so that's kind of something the market is certainly going to watch is bank weakness or strength. Uh, again, you can kind of see PACW's rise here the last couple weeks. So the market's certainly going to look at banks because like the bank failures could exacerbate the weakness in the markets. You know, Lowe's is already out. You can read right below me here. Lowe's posted first quarter EPS of 367, beat 344 estimates. Sales of 22.35, beat the 21.6 estimates. So, yeah, Lowe's is already out with their numbers. But yeah, look at PacWest here, man. It is flying up. So congrats to anybody that bought the dips there, man. Good for them. You know, hope y'all made some money. PayPal still moving up here, man. Nice. I'm basically flat in PayPal now. I was very red in it. We bought the dip and we tried to just wait as long as we can. But yeah, we're basically flat in it. You buy into any banks? How about some USB? When does Lowe's publish? Lowe's is already out. I'm not buying banks. I just don't trust banks, you know. All right, guys. So yeah, again, Dick's popping up a little bit. Lowe's is still red from the report, so they're still down. They're right at $200 a share. Dick's is pulling back here, but I think how many times can you day trade in a week? It depends. If you have it depends on if you have less than 25K. I'm assuming is what you mean. If you have less than 25K in a margin account, only 3 times per week. If you have a cash account, it depends on how long it takes for the money to settle and how much money you have. Is really what it is. IONQ. IONQ up to 1160s. All right, guys. So again, PacWest moving up, Dick's moving up, Lowe's is moving up. We'll put Tesla up here. Here's Tesla. Tesla at 188. Definitely top 3 on YouTube. Hey, my guy, thank you, man. Yeah, popping past 4,200 on the S&P today. Maybe, bro. Maybe. Again, if we look at the futures, we're at about 4,200 in the futures market. What's the actual S&P on though? It depends. So I think the market will gap down a little bit. So I think we'll probably gap down a little bit under 4,200. But the E-minis at right around 4,200 now. The S&P was actually pretty flat yesterday, which is surprising because I guess the SPY was flat too, looking at it in hindsight. And so, yeah. Hey, guys, hit that like button. We got about 300 people here already, and it's not even 7:30 yet, so we appreciate the love. We do have building permits dropping at 8 a.m. today, so in about 30 minutes. Morning, folks. What I miss on Lowe's? EPS looked okay. So yeah, Lowe's came in. Lowe's came in good for EPS, good for sales. They missed on guidance, so they lowered their guidance. Their adjusted EPS guidance originally was 14. They ended up lowering that to 1360. So Lowe's lowered their guidance. That was the weak thing. You can see on the right. So they gapping down some, but they had good EPS, good sales numbers, and you can see Lowe's starting to bounce back a little bit here as well. The market's starting to bounce back and rebound some also here. So here's the SPY. So you can kind of see the SPY is down, but it's pretty flat. It's not like a huge red day or anything like that. You know. And also, guys, for all my Top Step traders or people who wanted to try Top Step, I usually don't plug anything this early, but Top Step has 30% off sale going on right now. Top Step has just, with immediate action, deleted the daily max loss rule. So from now on, there is no daily max loss on Top Step. There's no daily max loss on Top Step. I would make sure your account, if you're in it now, enforces this currently, so I'd reach out to them to be sure. But as of now, there is no daily max loss on Top Step, as well as it's 30% off right now. So a big sale. Check out the link right there if you want to check it out. But yeah, pretty cool. I think that's a great decision. I also know that they've got another really big announcement coming out later this summer. I know exactly when it's going to go live, and I know exactly what it is, and it is very, very good for traders. Very, very good for traders. So be ready. Yeah, Lowe's, Home Depot is where they go for sure, Chris. At least from my experience in both BR and Texas, most people I know, they go to Home Depot, over Lowe's. Lowe's has gotten less and less volume. When I go, I usually go to Home Depot over Lowe's. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Raz. Maybe one day, bro. But yeah, I don't know, bro. All right, so there's 7:30. So we do have a building permit coming out in about 30 minutes or so, a little bit less than 30. But yeah, mostly Home Depot is the big one, you know. All right, guys, and honestly, today's kind of slow, but we do have a bunch of stuff coming out this week, man. So starting tomorrow is like the busiest days of the market here. So starting tomorrow on Thursday, or on Wednesday, guys. So Wednesday, we got England CPI early morning. We've got 30 mortgage rates dropping. We've got crude oil inventories at 10:30. We have the Fed minutes report tomorrow at 2 p.m., which is huge. That's going to be big, of course. You guys know where to watch it right here. So watch the Fed minutes report right here. We will cover it Thursday. We got GDP data going live on Thursday. Friday, and then Thursday we got GDP data, jobless claims data, the prelim PCE data, and then Friday we got the core PCE index and core durable good orders on Friday too. So a lot of stuff going live Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Big stuff. Michigan consumer sentiment expectations. So yeah, the rest of this week after today basically is very busy. SPY pull it back down a little bit. We got about 25 minutes before the numbers come out. I mean, no, I don't always use a dip buy, but most of the time I do. I don't claim to be an expert or anything like that, Ben. I don't need to. That's not really what my channel's about, man. My channel is just a resource and community. What I will say is that the accuracy rate on my dip buys, they're mostly swing trades, but the accuracy rate is pretty high. Again, I just don't think high of the day break strategies work. Like most of the time, the strategies that I take are like trend strategies. So I'm betting on the current trend on a pullback. So it's like I don't want to buy it at the top of the range. I want to buy it at the bottom of the range, and I'm trying to bet on a current trend. And it's the same thing for shorts. Like I shorted recently this morning. I made about like 40-50 bucks on it, and I shorted into like this pop right here. So like we're in a downward trend. We bounce up. I short and I ride it down. And the long strategy is very similar to that. So the long strategy is like we're in an upward trend. We pull back. I buy the dip. We ride the bounce back. For swing trading, it's just looking for healthy blue chips that are down a lot, where I think they're going to be okay long term. And so I buy those pullbacks and just kind of ride the bounce back. But again, they're on my own personal strategies. I'm not trying to be an expert. I'm not trying to be a guru. I'm not guaranteeing money, or I'm not even claiming to be a good trader. I'm not one of those guys that are out here about to slang courses. Um, I'd rather just tell people I don't know and tell people I'm not an expert, and just kind of have a community of traders here that we can all just kind of, you know, not need to be guru experts. What happens is traders claim to be like expert gurus, and they sell courses, and that makes them fudge their numbers a little bit. I'd rather just tell people I'm not, I'd rather just not guarantee anything. You know. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of how I trade. I'm not even claiming it would work on anybody else. This is just kind of what I do. But I think I've had some pretty good results from it, you know. All right, guys. So what's cool is that like a lot of people in New York and Houston. That's cool. A lot of people in New York watching my streams. Look at Lowe's pop up here. Tesla dipping under the 200 EMA, under the volume weighted average price. So under the 200 EMA VWAP level here. Yeah, my risk management system is mostly, yeah, we're not guaranteed anything here. The same Men's Warehouse. Yeah, I mean, what I usually do is I try to build up a cushion, and then after I have a cushion on the day, then, you know, sometimes, like, realistically depends on what my goal is on the day. Sometimes I'll build up profit, and then sometimes I'll just sit on the profit. Like yesterday, you know, you can kind of see my trading results here. Let me get this out of the way. Yesterday, all right, so starting from basically a week ago here, this has been my P&L from like a week ago. But like, for instance, yesterday we built up a cushion and we didn't swing any bit harder. Like, we built up a cushion, we made like 120, and we were just kind of busy doing stuff, and so we just didn't take any larger swings there. But it varies, it really does. Like, it depends on what we're doing. But most of the time, what I'll do is I'll build up a cushion, and then if my max, so once I build up a cushion, I'm willing to risk like $500 or so on a trade after I build that cushion up, Stuart. But I need to build a cushion up. So like, if I could build up a cushion of like $200 to $300, then I'll swing and I'll risk like maybe 500, maybe 600. So that way, if I lose going big, then I'm only down like $200-300. Where it's like, if I did that without having a cushion, I'd be down 600. And so that's kind of how I swing larger and give myself like a better chance of like big growth with less risk, is if I build up a cushion and then take swings from that, if that makes sense, right? But again, that's how I do it. Everybody's a little bit different. I certainly can't guarantee anything. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. You always got to make your own assessment, trade responsibly. I might have no idea what I'm talking about. And again, my kind of style of channel is we're just free resource. Really what we do is we cover economic data. So like we cover economic data. So really my channel is not like a pro trader channel. We're just covering economic data fast. So we cover it quick. All right, guys, we got 20 minutes before building permit data comes out. Yeah, for sure. All right. Did you see somebody shared video game footage? This is Arma video game footage, bro. Dude, so if anybody knows what I'm talking about, so somebody just said this is from the front lines of the battle. And it's like video game footage of like an airplane. And the person posting it is oblivious to the fact that it's a video game. So they think they're like reporting on this big battle that happened. It's actually a freaking video game. Oh, dude. Again, people are naive to the internet. That's the best way I can explain it. What the last week has shown me is that people are naive to the internet. Generally, like the older population and are naive to the internet. I'm not saying all. I know some really tech savvy, older people, but my dad, for instance, who's a boomer, is and not like boomer in like the term of like how young people use it, like you're a boomer, bro. Like my dad's an actual baby boomer, which means that my dad's dad got home from World War II and had babies. That's what baby boomer means. My daughter didn't realize that. I was like, hey Maddie, do you know what a boomer is? Like what a boomer actually means? And she just said an old person. And I was like, no. And I had to kind of do a history lesson with her. So like, look, after World War II, all the vets that were in battle in World War II came home and they had children. And the children that they had are the baby boomer generation, which means that like babies boomed. Like people had a bunch of babies when they got back from World War II in the 40s. And that's when the baby boomer generation was born. And so that's like my parents, right? Like my grandparents fought in World War II. They came home, had babies, and those are my parents. And those are the baby boomer generation. But like young people nowadays apparently just think that boomer just means old person, and it's not. I mean, I think the slang they're using that is what it means, but that's just slang. They don't, as long as they know what actual baby boomer means. Anyways. Yeah, the graphics are good. I can't even say it here. Yeah. Did you see the market drop on that? Yeah, I did. I saw the news yesterday. Somebody was telling me the news yesterday, Beach. Yeah, I mean, listen, I can't even hate too much on it. Like, I remember being young, dude. Like, I remember being a young teenager and thinking I knew everything. And like, and my daughter's really smart. Like she knows what she's talking about. Like she does really well at school, so like I think she just hasn't got there yet where they taught her what baby boomer meant, but she's young. And this was when she was like 11, so but yeah, I saw that news yesterday. So yeah, it was an AI generated tweet. You think SPY's gonna hit 415? I don't know. It could if it keeps pulling back, but I think even if it hits 415, the market's still looking pretty good. Yeah, I love history. History was one of my favorite subjects. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of outlets to make money once you learn history. Unfortunately, I mean, you can be like an economist in some ways. You can get a law degree majoring in history and stuff like that. But the jobs that you can be a history professor, but like I could never be a teacher. I don't have the patience to be a teacher, to be honest here. All right, guys. Market's still at 418. Lowe's now under 200s. Wait, aren't you Mo Mini? No, you're not Mo. Why did Aston Martin stock go up? What's the symbol for Aston Martin? Yeah, for sure. AML. No, AML is not my symbol for Aston Martin. Maybe you're talking about the UK market. I don't know. Tesla bounced it up a little bit. We'll see if it drags the market up. Lowe's still dipping down some here. We do have building permit data dropping at about 14 minutes. Was there bad news? No, I think the market's just up a lot. We're pretty flat though last couple of days, but I think the market's just up a lot. But yeah, I can't find the Aston Martin. Okay, AML.L. Nah, it doesn't even show up for that. Let me try typing it in. The only Aston Martin one I see is the OTC one, AMGDF. Yeah, I don't know. SPY's definitely looking bearish. Yeah, I don't know about that one, man. Aston Martins are cool, but they're not. I think they're also vulnerable because I think that they're very seasonal in terms of like people wanting them. Does that make sense? Like they're seasonal. Like some people want them. Wait, so are you Mo or are you not Mo, Minnie? And I guess what are you trying to tell me? I'm a little confused about what you're trying to say. NASDAQ and E-mini also bearish. Yeah, for sure. I made a little bit of money. We're up some today. We're up to 114s. I am, bro. Okay, what's up? Yeah, but you know me, Mo. No religion, no politics, my boy. Hope you're doing good, dude. But yeah, no religion, no politics here, sir. You guys know how I am. All right, Lowe's at 201.20s. The percentage of vehicles offered below MSRP is up 60% since December. Did you guys know that? All right, guys. So again, Tesla pull it back to 188s here. SPY break it down now. I could have kept shorting the market here. Um, I could have kept shorting, but I think I'm going to wait. No, I don't know who that is. Hey, all good, Minnie. No worries, bro. Hope you're doing good, Mo. You know I got your back, bro, but you know how it is. Yeah, I'm an agnostic for the most part too. I mean, I'm not fully, like I'm not gonna go into it, but like I have my beliefs. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be specific about them, but yeah, I don't know who these guys are. Market's breaking down though here, man. Look at Tesla dump here. Lowe's is still kind of trending against the market here. Here's the SPY, or here's the Q. So let's see what Tech is doing. So Tech is leading the way down here, breaking down some with it. Again, guys, we got about 9 minutes before building permit data comes out. What's up, Foon? Carvana going up. Honestly, Carvana survived when I didn't think it would. Do you think it'll try to break resistance today, Shah? Maybe. Another AI headline today. I don't know. Ask Bard. Yeah, Tesla bounced it up a little bit here. I mean, I mostly agree with you, Chris. I think there's exceptions to that, but I think it depends on who you are. I think like Joe Rogan is a good example. I think like if you're big enough to where you don't have to worry about the consequences of doing it, then it's one thing. Or if you're in a place where there's no judgment either way, and you can kind of just talk about theories and stuff like that. I think that's sometimes okay. But I think if it's something completely unrelated to it like this, I think it's best to just keep it out. Can you explain a stop limit buy? I mean, not really. I don't ever really use that. My assumption of what that is, though, I think what that probably is a stop limit buy. I think what a stop limit buy probably is a buy stop loss that cuts you out of a short position at a specific limit order or better. A limit order means that you get filled at the specific limit price or better. A market order, for instance, a market stop means that it's just going to trigger at a specific price, and regardless of the fill, that's where you're going to get out. Is at that specific price, So that's kind of what it does. All right. But again, I'm just speculating. I really don't know. Yeah, for sure. But again, I don't know for sure, Joseph. Google is your friend there, brother. Yeah. Buy stop limit is used to purchase a stock if the price hits a specific point. It helps traders control the purchase price of a stock once they've determined an acceptable max price per share. A stop price and a limit price are then set once the trader specifies the highest price they are willing to pay per stock. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is getting way too complex for me. I like to just manually control my stuff, but everybody's different, But that's what that's what it says. Again, I to be honest, like I said, I gave you guys some warning ahead of time. Like I didn't know what a stop limit buy is. I've never used one, and so I was just assuming, by the name, but looks like I was wrong there. It's an order cancels order. Okay, got you. Yeah, I don't really use them. Market's starting to flush down though. SPY at 417s, Q at 336s, 337s. Yeah, I like to control my own stuff, SPY's breaking down a little bit today though. Again, we shorted a little bit this morning. We got about 5 minutes before building permit data comes out. All right, Tesla popping up a little bit. Let's see if drags the market up. Part of me wants to buy a little dip here. We got about 5 minutes again. We're going to get ready to trade some of this stuff too. So let's watch what the E-mini does, the S&P 500 does here during this data release. So here's the E-mini. So the E-mini is breaking down ahead of this report. So we're now under the VWAP here. What VWAP is this though? It's the daily VWAP. I want to make sure the standard deviations aren't there. Why is it? Oh, is this my range that I drew? Why are there all these VWAP levels? Oh, whatever. Why is there 3 different ranges to the VWAP here? That's odd, but whatever. All right, guys. So yeah, market's been flushing down. Whoa, why did I get so? There we go. All right, market's been dropping down some here. Again, we got 4 minutes here. 4 minutes before building permit data comes out. How can you trade before the open? Well, I'm trading futures, Tano. So I'm day trading futures. And again, Top Step is a funded account program where they give you a demo and they test your skill. And if you can hit the target on the demo while following their rules, they fund you. They recently made a big change. Number one is it's 30% off right now. It's 30% off, which is pretty good deal. It's one of the biggest sales they have. 30% off is pretty big. So you'll get it for like 130, 120 something a month, I think, if you use my link, which is very cheap. And what they give you for that 120 bucks, love you. Have a good day. Here, Maddie, I have data coming out in like a minute that I have to cover. So what they do is they give you a demo and they test your skill. So you pay like 120 something. They give you a demo. The base one's 50K. If you can hit 3K in profit on that 50K demo without losing 2K, then they fund you 50K with a 90% split. And they pay out millions every year to their funded traders in actual withdrawals. And they fund thousands of traders a year. It's the most legit funded futures program in the world. And they recently got rid of the daily max loss as well. So pretty dope. Pretty useful there. So yeah, pawn. No need to do the Nightbot one, pawn, because they got a sale going on and I still haven't updated the sale. So yeah, we usually have a stopwatch for the big reports at least. And so if you want to check out Top Step, again, use the link that I posted, not the 20% off one. The one above it is a 30% off one above me. So it is, scroll up and you'll see it. I think I just posted it, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I guess I didn't. My bad. Here it is right here. 30% off. So now you get 30% off. There's the link right there. But yeah, here's the data, guys. 1 minute, team, 1 minute. All right, building permit data, less than a minute. Let's get ready. All right, building permit. It says building permits dropped today. I hope it's not like a glitch. Let me make sure. Yeah, it says building permits dropped. 20 seconds, guys. Make sure you hit the live button next to the play button as well. I hope they drop today. Unless my source is wrong. They're projecting 1.416 million. All right, so there's the release. 4.16 million or 1.46 million. Let me make sure this is today. Here, let me check this again, guys. So it looks like, all right. Hey, buddy. I love you, man. Oh, man, you're looking handsome today, dude. Love you, dude. Bye. Have a good day at school, bro. I'll see you in a little bit. All right. Are building permits not out today? Could be Bloomberg is just wrong today, man. That might be it. Yeah, maybe a mistake. Yeah, maybe again, I don't see the date reporting up, so maybe Bloomberg was just wrong. Because they didn't even report anything. And didn't building permits come out recently too? Let me see. No, they came out. But I guess they're not out yet. Maybe this is just investing.com. Posted it. What do you guys see, chat? Let me see. Well, no permits today. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. This is my fault, guys. Sorry, dude. Sorry, guys. Just again, it looks like Bloomberg had the wrong data out, which is weird, but it's all good. Sorry, team. Yeah, Bloomberg had the wrong data. It happens. It's all good. Bloomberg had it drop. Bloomberg had it come out at 8 a.m., which is what I was looking at, but apparently it's not today. You know, they just posted less than expected. Did they really? Oh, they did. It came in at 1.147 million. So yeah, y'all are actually correct. It did just drop. Again, 1.147 million versus 1.46 million expected. So they did drop. They just dropped late. Man, dude, y'all had this thing had me questioning myself. I was right. Building permits did come out today. They came in lower than expected at 1.147 million versus 1.416 million expected. So we'll put this up on screen. Man, I had me questioning myself. I was about to say. But yeah, we'll put this up on stream. But yeah, they did just drop. So building permits did just come out today. Again, they came in lower than expected. Here's the data right there. That is building permit data. Yeah, lower than expected at 1.146 versus 1.4 million expected, basically. So yeah, they came in a little bit light. A little bit light. Yeah, appreciate it, Raz. Yeah, I don't know. So this is lower than expected. Didn't really cause the market to bump too much, but building permit data did come out. Is this good or bad? I don't know if it's good or bad. It's a little bit more nuanced than just being good or bad. This is basically relevant to the real estate market, whether the real estate market's heating up or cooling down. Lower than expected means the real estate market is cooling down some. That means the government issued less building permits than expected here. So that's kind of what's going on. All right, guys. So yeah, market's starting to bounce back up with the building permit data here. We ended up cracking down a lot. So the market was dropping a lot. No, I'll have to get that ready tonight, Daniel. But look at the market bouncing back up. The Florida Panthers are killing it in the playoffs. What? Florida Panthers? Is that a soccer team or something? What is the Florida Panthers? I know we're not talking about football. Yeah, sorry, RL. I had to mute it. I was talking to my wife. Yeah, we're here. Hockey? Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about hockey. Hockey, bro. I played ice hockey as a kid. If you guys remember Baton Rouge Kingfish, if you're from Louisiana, you might remember the Baton Rouge Kingfish. I played ice hockey as a kid. I was terrible at it, but I played, you know. But I could ice skate pretty well now. Like we went ice skating over the past year, and my daughter lovingly described me as Michael Scott on skates, you know, which is ironic because back in the day I was terrible at ice skating, you know. So House Speaker McCarthy says he believes the debt ceiling package being negotiated right now would be acceptable to a majority of House Republicans. So we're starting to move up a little bit here. The SPY at 417.70s here. The Q is up. Yeah, with swimmers here. Yeah, I ended up, I just can't go swimming for a while. Y'all do me a favor, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Market's moving up a little bit again. Starting to bounce back some from what it was. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be done today. I think it'll probably go for the next week, and then they'll announce it right before June 1st. Or on June 1st, is what I think. The Oakland A. I follow the Bengals because they got your boy Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. They got some of the best running backs in the country and the best quarterback in the country, in my opinion. What happened to Oakland? Oakland's just terrible though, bro. They're 10-39, dude. They're just horrible. You know, again, I think they need to move him to Las Vegas. I think. Oh, I remember that. Oakland's just terrible though. Again, the problem with Oakland is the area the stadium is in. You know, Oakland's getting kind of rough, and I think that is affecting its sales. I also think it's probably just because the team is not really good, man. Like, do they have Sean Murphy still? I don't even know. Still even on their team? No. So he's on the Braves now. So they don't even have Murphy anymore. Yeah, so they lost Sean Murphy. You know, like the Oakland's just not good. All right, guys, market's bouncing back a little bit here. We're moving back up some. Yeah, my PayPal trade's doing pretty solid too. The 63.20s here, 63.20s, man. I'm just gonna let it run. I'm gonna cut a little bit of gold too. Just take a little piece of it off because the risk is too much. Gold's just getting weak, getting hammered. There we go. Yeah, Vegas is where to do it. The sad thing is that they're going to take down that stadium, though. That's going to be the sad part. All right, we're pulling back a little bit now. So we're dipping down some. Starting to move back up a little bit. Tesla at 187s, 188s. SPY at 417s. Q at 336s. Are people really renting out their pools? Oh, okay. I see they added this. Maybe people are shorting gold. Yeah, I'm out of there. I mean, I'm still holding a piece of it. Hey, what's up, Santiago? Congrats, man. Great trade, dude. Great trade. All right, so market bounced back a little bit. SPY pull it back, though. I don't know what I want to do. I guess part of me wants to short if it keeps breaking down some, but the other part of me is like, well, I think we're gonna have to just be patient and try to find a little bit more confirmation in trend. I think we're on a downward trend, obviously a downward trend here. Yeah, I don't want to rent out my pool to anybody, dude. All right, so we did get a breakdown. I guess I could have shorted this here. Other news today, guys. Building permits finally came out a little bit less than expected. The Fed's Kashkari says that they need to get more data about the economy. Possible mild recession would bring inflation down. You know, that might influence it. But yeah, Kashkari basically saying that they need to get more data about the economy. Possible mild recession would bring inflation down. See, do y'all think LeBron should retire? He's 38 years old. I think he should stay in it, bro. If I'm LeBron, I'm keep going. I mean, I know they got slept, or swept, but yeah, I don't like that either. Yeah, I'm not renting out my pool, man. That's a big no for me. You know what I mean? That's a big no. Not today. All right, guys. So we got a little bounce up here. Part of me wants to short this, and I think I might. I'm going to short one contract here on this little baby pop. It's not the best fill, though. But, yeah, definitely not the best fill. I might add 2 contracts here. Oh, that's not good. All right, so we got 2 contracts now. We're going to see if we get that flush back down. Got to watch the SPY. You know, if the market ends up bouncing back from this, it will be putting in a higher low, and that's not necessarily what I want. Let's see if we get that breakdown. I do see Tesla popping up a little bit. So, yeah, we're in 2 contracts right now with the E-mini. I did like trading the NASDAQ yesterday, too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think LeBron's still great. Is he better than Jordan? No. But I grew up in the 90s, so I'm biased. Oof, man. Big pop up here. Again, I'll give it one more second since we're already green on the day. And let it work a little bit more. See if we get a flush back down. But I got to be patient here, I think. Watching gold. Jordan's making shoe money. How much is LeBron James making for shoes? You know? All right, so James is estimated to earn $30 million per year on his Nike contract. That's still nothing compared to Jordan. Jordan's making about $400 million every year from Jordans. You know, so Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this now. We're down about 100 on the day, unfortunately now. If you look at the P&L. So we're down about 100 on the day. Not the end of the world here, but we got some time to let it work some more. Green Nvidia. Yeah, it's hard to beat Jordan's stats here, man. People can argue LeBron, but they're just arguing it because they're watching LeBron, But like Jordan won every single NBA final he went to, and that's the difference. Is that Jordan was just more clutch than LeBron is, and I think LeBron's great. He's definitely number 2 all time, but Jordan can't be Jordan. Jordan doesn't own the Jordan brand. No, it's definitely not hurting the team. I mean, the only way it could be hurting the team is how much they're paying for his salary. You know, that could be hurting the team. But I mean, having LeBron on the team is obviously an asset. But it's kind of like the Ohtani and baseball argument, right? Like Ohtani's great. Ohtani's great. But if the Angels sold Ohtani, they could bring in a lot of talent for what Ohtani costs, right? That's the same argument for LeBron. I think LeBron's, regardless, if money's taken out of the equation, LeBron is also obviously helping the team. But the question is, could they diversify better without him? Is the question. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, Jordan, he doesn't own Jordans. Nike owns Jordans, but if you watch the movie Air, Jordan's mom did a very smart thing, man. So if you watch the movie Air, Michael Jordan's mom, basically they were ready to do the deal. Nike was a little jogging company at the time. They go to do the deal, and Jordan was going to accept just the base, what they were going to pay him, which didn't include a cut of the shoe sales. Jordan's mom at the very end said, "Hey, look, we'll go with you, Nike," which was a much smaller brand at the time relative to Adidas. This was in the 80s, right? So think about the 80s with like the 3-stripe Adidas, and like Converse are big, but Nike was not big. They were a jogging company that were for joggers. Their basketball division was struggling. Right at the end, Jordan's mom said, "Hey, look, we'll go with you," which is a much lesser known company. Like, we'll go with you, Nike, even though you're basically, nobody knows you for basketball. But we'll side with you if you give us a cut of every shoe that's sold. And Nike was so desperate to get the deal done that they agreed to it. And it was a good move on Nike's part, So, like, Nike got it done. They paid Jordan a cut of every shoe that's sold. And now with the rise of Jordans, Michael Jordan is now a billionaire from his mom's advice. And so props to his mom, man. His mom did him right, Smart lady, for sure. Who said Jordan was terrible? Oh, you're saying. Yeah, Jordan was never terrible. Yeah, moral of the story, listen to your mom. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so his cut was 126 million the first year. Whew, man. So that's basically like a bill now, which is crazy. But yeah, guys, market started to bounce up a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Jordan's the GOAT, obviously. I mean, anybody that argues against it is just being biased, of course. Jordan's obviously the GOAT. LeBron's great, bro. And I think LeBron's a good dude. I think he's great for the game. I think he's obviously incredibly talented. And he's definitely number 2 greatest of all time. Without question. I think he's number 2. But he's number 2. But again, I'm old, And so I went and saw Space Jam in theaters when it came out in the 90s. If you want to know how old I am. I saw Space Jam in theaters when it came out. The first one. Where would you rank Curry? Curry's good. He's top 10. But he's not near LeBron or Jordan. I mean, 3 points, Curry's probably the GOAT, but he's still not Jordan. He hadn't won enough championships to be in the running for either one of them. Yeah, for sure. I could agree with that, CT. What do you think of Tesla today? Sorry, off topic. Yeah, honestly, you're probably right. I should probably talk about stocks, brother. So it's all good, man. Again, Tesla pull it back a little bit, but we're very green on Tesla. So my average on Tesla right now, we bought it at 175s. We're in the 175s for Tesla. Tesla is now at 188. Yeah, Curry's got some more years. We'll see what he does. And I'm not really like a huge, like, I don't watch a ton of basketball. I'm more of like a baseball guy. Like, I like baseball, you know. Marcus Semien has been destroying baseballs this year, for sure, over there at the Rangers. So Semien, he's been doing that, you know. But yeah, Tesla looks all right. I think Tesla might be a little extended on the upside short term, but I think if the Cybertruck comes out this year, it's going to break records, and that's going to boost Tesla stock. And I think that's what's ultimately getting baked into Tesla right now. Is like I think people understand. Elon said the Cybertruck would be out this year, and if you look at Tesla chart, you know Tesla's getting baked into that now. It's up to basically 190s here. Yeah, Randy says baseball is a game, not a sport. A tomato is a fruit, not a food. Okay, Randy. Anyways, Tesla bounced it up a little bit. It's at 187s, 60s. Let's see if it holds. SPY pull it back down, but it's been on a little bit of an uptrend lately here. We'll see if it holds too. Give it a time to run up. Where's he speaking, franchise? Oh wait, tomato's a veggie. I'm done. No, tomato is a fruit. Yeah, tomato is a fruit, not a food. Is basically what you're saying. Why Pac West running the last few days? I don't know, man. Bank strength. Yeah, PACW flying up at $8 a share now. Yeah, I grew up in the Jordan era too, Arnie. Is Nvidia gonna go pre-earnings? Nvidia, man, I don't know. We're gonna cover earnings tomorrow though. Tomorrow's a busy day. Nvidia popping up at 313. It's kind of leading the market here, where a lot of the market's red on the day. It's not a vegetable. Everybody did get a turn though. Pitcher doesn't get a turn to bat, you know. And so it's a sport. It's obviously a sport. It's not a really an arguable thing. It's just kind of like a, you know. No, if you vegetables a fruit because it has seeds. So like anything with seeds is a fruit. If you want to know why a tomato is a fruit, it's because it has seeds. Yeah, so tomatoes are fruits that are considered vegetables by nutritionists. So technically, a tomato is a fruit, but dip gonna get bought? I don't know. All right, look at this rip here in the markets. All right, guys. So again, market is bouncing back, but still trending very far down here. SPY right around 418 here. And again, we'll see if the market hits anything. Yep, they're fruits. All right, look at the market flush here. So this is right at 8:30. Did some data come out? I guess Canadian materials. Does Canadian producer prices really influence the market like this? All right, guys. So Canadian PPI came in lower than expected, or higher than expected. Canadian PPI came in higher than expected, and the market is dumping down here. Look at the market flush on Canadian PPI data. So Canadian IPPI came in higher than expected at minus 3.5 versus minus 5.6 expected. IPPI on the month came in neutrally, but RMPI came in at 2.9% versus 0.7%. The raw material price index measures the change in the price of raw materials purchased by manufacturers. It came in at 2.9%, so much higher raw material prices than expected in Canada here. So very interesting. Again, 2.9%. We'll put this number up on screen so you can kind of see what's going on, but really interesting here. The market's reacting to it too. Look at this drop. How come BBBY went from 18 cents to 21 cents? I don't know if there's really any reason for that. That doesn't seem like a huge move. Bed Bath & Beyond's probably. What is BBBY now? Is it BBBYQ? Yeah. I mean, it's probably just moving. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not the non-manufacturing data. That didn't come out at 8:30. At 9:45, we have services and manufacturing PMI and global composite PMI. Yeah, it could be Canadian data. But hey, guys, I got to go. So I'm closing the stream down early today, unfortunately, guys. I really do have to run. I have to go to my I got something, a family thing going on today. So I'm not going to be able to stick around today, guys. And so I hope you guys understand. I will be covering all the big stuff that drops tomorrow. And so, but yeah, that's it for me today here. And again, Top Step's got a 30% off sale going on right now. Top Step, what they do is they're a funded account program. And so they're a challenge. And it really does build your skill. It teaches you how to trade. You know, like taking these challenges, build your skill. And so if you look at this here, what they do is they give you a demo and they test your skill. You know, the base package is only about right now. If you use my link, it's 30% off. So this will be like 120 something. So very cheap. You got to hit 3,000 in profit without losing 2,000 total, which is a very reasonable ratio. They got rid of the daily drawdown. So they got rid of the daily max loss, which is crazy good. That's very, very good. So they completely got rid of the daily max loss, which is great for all of these. And so if you're in one now, they got completely rid of the daily max loss. And then again, this is the easiest way to get around the PDT rule and actually day trade. The futures market has no PDT restrictions. You can day trade short with no PDT rule on Top Step. And what they do is they give you a demo and they test your skill. And just taking the challenge builds you into a better trader. I think most traders are going to lose because most day traders lose money. But it's a lot cheaper to lose on Top Step. But if you're good enough, you still keep 90% of your profit once you pass it. So if you pass it, moving forward after you pass it, you get 90% split. So if you make 20K once you pass it, you keep 18 of that. They keep two. It's a very reasonable way. And again, just take it and build your skill. 30% off right now. It's not going to last long. And again, they got rid of the daily max loss. So pretty cool here. If you want to check it out, here is the link. Great way to help support the channel. Also, guys, check out my other sponsor, Chart Prime. Chart Prime is a trading view indicator service where they give you these custom alerts and signals. Again, my favorite time frame of Chart Prime is a 5-minute time frame. So like, look, here's Chart Prime. And again, they give you reversal signals. They called this bounce here, but like, look at how accurate this is. So like, here's yesterday, right? So here's the 5-minute chart. Look, reversal down, drop. When you get two of them showing up together like this, it's even better. So two of them showing up together like that, it's even better. And again, you can kind of see possible reversal up and the bullish engulfing candle. You get a nice little bounce. Look, reversal down signal here, you get a drop. Reversal up signal here, you get a bounce. Multiple showing up together here, you get a drop. And they also have a better version of the VWAP. And you can use this on any time frame. You can use it in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. You can use it on a 1 hour chart, a daily chart. And again, they're pretty cheap. It's $35 a month if you use my link. So check out the link in the description. Again, it's $35 a month if you use my link. You can check out the link in the description. And I think I gotta edit the link, but yeah, it's you get 40% off, not 20%. So I gotta update that link. But yeah, check them out. Great way to help support the channel. We appreciate the love and support, guys. You can check out the link in the description for that. Y'all have a safe day. Again, we're closing it down a little bit early today because I got I got a thing going on for my kids today, so I'm gonna go enjoy that. Love you all. Y'all be safe. No, it's not swing trading. It's day trading. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Good luck. Tessie, look right above you. Tessie, look right above you. Look at the chat right above you. If you hit the link right above you. I also updated it in the description, so you should be able to just refresh it if you want. But yeah, guys, I'm out of here. So good luck. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. I'll see you guys later.